jump right into it. Oh, maybe cut me off in the beginning. I spoke too soon. Anyway, let's jump right into it. Hello, hello. Yes, no stream. Sorry. Okay, a lot to say. So, I've got a work meeting at 7, so I'll start there. That would already prevent a stream, at least a good stream that would like be a long while and like a slow cook one. Like a pot roast in a crock pot. It's good because it's been moving for a while. Um, but let's talk about a handful of things. So, I made a handful more changes. I will show off. Added these because there are these slopes here that you kind of go back and forth on. And as you know, Freddy goes, "What?" No, that's from that part. I forgot what part that's on, but there's that. Those stars are down. That's already been said. I fixed the glow here. That was pissing me off. Why some of them were bright yellow. I figured that out. Added arrows to these, this to that, blah 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 blah. You get the point. Move trigger. I have text that says go time. And I'm gonna die a bunch because I'm not really warmed up at all. Or never mind, I'm the goat. Anyway, yeah. But text that reads go time and drops down. Cool. These have been dimmed. What else did I do yesterday? I did actually a good amount of stuff. So I've also moved these. So these stars used to be right here, just right under the area move trigger, and then they move out your way. But instead, to make them feel, oops, too fast, and furious. Part 3 or something. I don't actually know how many Fast and Furious movies there are now that I think about it. Oh, see, I die a bunch, and I'm not locked in. And the time I said, "Oh, I'm not gonna be ready," okay, we lock in. 1, 2. Okay, that was part I could have died on, so I was trying to make sure. So now there's a move trigger where they kind of go into place and then keep moving because I want it to feel more authentic than they just screech to a halt and then move out of your way and then stay there because that's really weird looking. So I made them so they kept moving upwards after almost colliding with you. Oh. I think I let go of the orb too soon. That's on me. If someone died there, I'd feel so bad. Oh my god. Anyways, what else was changed? I started, I think, something else in this area where I started working on it. Bobcat, thinking. Didn't really get to work on the building anymore because I've just been kind of busy. I thought I worked on something in this general area. I guess I didn't. Okay, so admittedly, not a lot of progress today. It was just touch-ups of previous areas, changing move triggers, updating things to my liking. I moved some stars around, but that was not really discussed last time, but it's something I did kind of in the background when I was with my friends last time. So yeah, admittedly, not a whole lot. I guess I added this, if you count that, but that's kind of why I also worked on this at the exact same time. So, yeah. Not a whole lot, I understand, as it was just yesterday when I posted a video. However, just wanted to say, I kind of understand why people charge an arm and a leg to fix someone's phone. I just had to open up my Motorola. Now, you see, I had a piece of, like, plastic from the actual phone itself break off and slip into the charger port and then basically nestle itself in there. I couldn't plug in my phone. I had my phone, like, powered off for the majority of the day. Now, it's gonna sound so dumb, but I technically fixed it. Now, stay with me now. And this actually where to better illustrate my what I'm thinking, you're getting display capture and you are going to get paint. Now, essentially, and I'm going to split this into 2 pieces. I'm gonna make them both rectangles because that's what they fit. So, it's a little bigger, but my case is like an indigo-ish color. Oops, misinput, Your Honor. Misinput, Your Honor. Where's the... Oops. Hello. Am I missing something? Oh, the line doesn't continue there. Okay, there, I fixed it. So this is my case, the Indigo case, and technically, oh my god. So this is just the motherboard over here. Now the motherboard's actually in two sections, so I'm gonna, because that's what's wrapped in. It's wrapped in kind of yellowish orange, but there's the battery right here, and the handful of connectors that go to said battery, and in general to the motherboard. Then we have, what is the first, I'm gonna actually draw that in green, because most motherboards are green for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's the color of nature or something, I don't know. So I'm just going to put this roughly up here. First motherboard, not that shape, but is up here. And then there's a second smaller thing called the subboard down here with two lines connecting them. They're black and white, but I'm not changing colors. I'm kind of lazy, you see. Now, I got so sick and tired of it because I was trying to put in the frame and the mid piece. And there's a point, excuse my yawning. I'm very tired today already. I'm running off 3 hours of sleep and a medium cold brew. Jesus. And also you can tell I'm a little distracted with, yeah. Well, it's not like I have more to share about Geometry Dash, but listen, anyways. So, essentially, I accidentally, there's another cable right, or not that big, hold on, let me just, right about here is another plug piece. So there's these rectangle plug pieces that's basically, they're like think of like ribbon cables, but they're plugs. And this is more of a phone only thing, but this is supposed to be like the power button and then the two volume buttons. So the cable that connects this to this, I broke it, allegedly. That hasn't been confirmed. So I allegedly broke it, and I got so mad at it I couldn't get the the volume buttons to work either. Like technically I can, like pressing the button, no. You know what I can do? I can kind of like touch the motherboard at certain contact points that can screenshot volume up, volume down, and I had to enable the setting that when I'm just on my phone on the home screen or the lock screen, I have to double tap the screen to turn off the phone. So essentially, my thing is just a motherboard in a case right now because I fucked up so genuinely badly putting it together. I lost at least 10 screws. Don't ask how. You want to know where all this started? Well, I think I told you. It was the plastic in there. You want to know how I got rid of it? I took I took a really sharp pair of tweezers and filed it down how like a prisoner would use a spoon to like make their escape. That's what I kind of did. I saw it like back and forth until I literally got to the bottom of the thing and then cleaned it out. Then I vacuumed it and I couldn't find isopropyl alcohol, so I put lens cleaner in there, let it dry fully with the hair dryer's help and also just in general. And now my phone charges again, but at the cost, it's no longer a functional complete product. For example, my flashlight no longer works, but I got my mobile data working, which is important, by the way. I would not be able to function if I could not read Twitter without Wi-Fi. This is true, by the way. If I didn't have Twitter, I'd be a happier person, but I would miss all the really funny shit of people doing essentially like verbal beheadings to each other. It's worth it, I swear. It's worth the trauma. Anyways, so this is what my phone currently looks like. Just a little funny detail I should throw in. That's why I didn't stream. I was working on this for the last 3 hours. I tried all sorts of methods before I decided to file it down, the plastic piece, admittedly. So, yeah, very fun. Now, I realize I'm going on too long with this, so I'm gonna put game pack. Oh, at the. Oh, that was funny. I didn't realize I was still on. Anyways, I'm gonna do a little more work while I'm kind of yapping still. So I have that in the works right now. I'm just gonna real quick. There we go. Anyways, that's really it for the level. I'm just gonna keep doing touch-up work. Hopeful another stream soon. I am aware it's not the most fun. Hoping to get a stream. And then you get me yapping for like upwards of 15 minutes. Sometimes getting sidetracked to talk about how I literally built Frankenstein's monster out of my phone because it was too much of a pain in the ass to actually put it back together the correct way. Also, another fun fact about that, each time I want to fully power it off, I have to open up the case and find the battery, like a little piece plug-in thing, and I have to remove the battery. Like, I have to pop it out of place, technically. So that's very fun. Yeah, so this is what you are unfortunately gonna have to stay with, and I know it's not the most enjoyable if you want to stream. Yeah. Also, I don't know, quite honestly, how functional I would have been, because you hear me yawning. That's like my third yawn in a 10-minute video. I'm almost out of it, big dog, so in all honesty, I'm gonna get home. I have a mandatory work meeting at 7, so I have to go to that. And I'm like just gonna come home and fall asleep for the next millennium. And if I don't, I'm taking another cold brew. So alright, I was promised I'm gonna play with them. Anyways, I will keep working on this for the time being. I hope you look forward to a stream soon. I'm not gonna promise a day because a promised day ends up to a broken heart. Freeballed that quite honestly because it's a lot tougher to say, yeah, I'll do this. That's why I said Saturday is a possibility. Like, if that didn't happen to my phone, yeah, stream would have been on today. But because I had just like the biggest just hit of bad luck, which is essentially what felt like is a kick in the balls, quite honestly. To fix all that, make it good again. Yeah. So in the meantime, I think I'm also gonna delete these lines. I think of it as just wasted objects. Yeah, it should just mesh into that. That looks a lot better. I'm going to keep working on this probably during the work meeting because I am not sitting through like essentially what is going to be a courtroom drama, and it's people talking over each other and just bitching at each other. I'll pass. I will probably just say, yeah, that sounds good, or I would just do anything but pay attention. I might just put in music. Oh, I have to test if Bluetooth works on my Frankenstein monster phone. I haven't even figured it out if it does. I took forever to make sure the mobile data worked. I had to power it off completely. Oh, and something more about that, each time I have to power it back on, it goes into like a safe boot mode, and I have to wiggle a bunch of shit on the motherboard to power it on properly, and not just have like the dead Android on my screen. Just a fun little fact. That's roughly anything. That's it for this. I don't want to keep dragging this on. So, again, apologies for no stream. Hopefully soon. In the meantime, like I said, day out. Go have yourself a good day. If it's night, go to sleep. Or if you're a night owl, enjoy the rest of your night. And I will catch y'all hopefully again soon. And I want to say one more thing. Thank you so much for the support. It's been a little more than I'm used to, admittedly. Like 7 subscribers in probably the span of a week or two. That's crazy to me. It's like I stalemate at 25 for a long time. Also, stalemate reference. Jesus. And it was kind of rough. It just felt like I was stuck. And then I eventually boosted to somewhere a little under 50. And then I kind of had it back and forth about 50, 51 for a while. Yeah, another going. I think I'm going to need a large cold brew this time. Goodness gracious. And then I finally broke past that barrier and been moving on. And I gotta say, I've been enjoying the streams a lot more when they're lively like that. And yeah, even though y'all call me Unk and shit like that, even though I'm not that old, say, it is still really great to just have that kind of thing, and I cannot thank everyone enough. So, back to what I was saying. Have a good day or night. Take care. I'll see you another time. Bye bye.